Gross. Uh. Lovely. Duh. Gross. Throughout my journeys, you might have noticed that it's disproportionately Hispanic people who are treating me good. Ian typed, "Hi, you good?" Nope, I'm not. I don't feel good at all. On my channel, there's a lot of point, counterpoint. I speak the men's side and the women's side as I hear it. And when I hear people hating on each other, I try to show them the futility of that. Most people's first suggestion is violence. The more poor they are, the more likely they are to choose violence as well, because they know the police ain't gonna do shit. The more money you have, the more likely you are to go to the police, because the more likely they are to give a shit. I'm victimized a lot. I'm also treated like I chose it, when the reality is I chose to speak up about it. There's a lot of people who have been very helpful. There's also a lot of people who've been predatory towards me, and I have to be afraid to turn them in alone. Because when you go in alone, the police get to do whatever they want. Ian typed, "Sorry, you get a subscriber." The abuse that myself and many others have had to endure, I have had to speak up about because they didn't. Did these people who promised to help me, and then instead of helping, they wanted to tell me about people threatening them and their kids because they were typing on the internet, trying to be defensive of me over a situation they hadn't even looked into yet. People like Sarah Bacon, Cara Rogers, Aaron Cockerham, Layla Johnson, aka Missy Johnson, Kara Johnson Miles, Rochelle Shelley Campbell. There was a lot of messed up people doing a lot of messed up things. Natalie Bollinger's predators became my predators, and that's not okay. Now, these people had drugs, of course, and many of them were friends and family. And none of them had her best interest at heart, not even her own mother. There will never be a day that I don't speak up. The violence that I've endured for the last 7 years is not okay. And I bless you, you got to go, got to go. Well, be safe, Ian. There's been a lot of people who have been violent with me, and my body's fallen apart from working hard manual labor for a lot of years. I learned a lot of skills too. I just worked too slow and hurt too much to do it. Ian typed, "Can you go live tomorrow?" Well, I try to go live every day. If I had my way, I'd record 24 hours a day. I've been crying a bit extra. I know you ain't supposed to as a man. People make fun of you. You know how it is. The police had to lie to a lot of people, including the courts. And they had to coordinate to do these things across jurisdictional boundaries. And then I'm told I'm not allowed to bring up any of that in court. Really? How about when cops try to pretend that everything I say is some imaginary delusion? No, the cops' involvement in the Natalie situation, both before and after her death, yeah, that's absolutely real. Natalie Bollinger herself, absolutely real. Steve Tombleson, absolutely real. Sheriff Scott DeCosta of Dual County, absolutely real. Ian typed, "Bye, man." Bye, Ian. And all the people here, especially at the Safeway and also the library in Tillamook, I am very thankful and very grateful for all they've done. Some of their good intentions have created more issues for me, but all in all, it is still good intentions. But it's not intentions that put food on the table or put a roof over someone's head. And the more somebody in my situation has to hurry up and wait, the more likely it is that the people who did wrong are going to get away with it. And that means that they're more likely to get a big head about it and do it to others. Like Waylon Lolatai, Boulder, Colorado. After he assaulted me, he went on to pull a shotgun on Zayd Atkinson, who was on 60 Minutes for it, and also to assault 7 other people on camera, including Samuel Leon Lawrence IV. Anyway, there's a lot of folks at the Safeway, especially, that have looked out for me, and they're trying to help get my evidence safe. I can endure anything as long as my evidence is safe. As long as there's somebody who's going to look at it. especially if they'll speak up, especially if they'll keep looking. I got my food stamps back, so I'm gonna go try to get something at the Safeway. I'm thankful for how kind everybody there has been. But it's not really appropriate for me to have to live like this, is it? There are some people in this world who have done some horrible things. People like Ted Bollinger. People have done some pretty horrible things to me. And it's difficult to stop it without help. I gotta sneeze. I hate boogers. Anyway, there's a lot of people who've come together to make sure I got clothes, especially recently because it's getting cold. God, I hate getting out of my fucking car. If it was any shorter, it'd be almost impossible to stand up to get out of it. And if it was any taller, it'd be real difficult to get in and out of it. I need to get my car fixed and get it moved. There's a lot of folks that don't understand it takes money to keep a vehicle running and to keep it legal. And there's a lot of folks, they have the same suggestions over and over and over again. That seems to be their go-to. And they mean well, but their idea kind of lacks the understanding of the situation that's necessary, especially when it gets complicated like this. I'm walking too fast and trying not to be too loud, and everything on me hurts, especially my right ankle and my back. The most important thing is protecting kids, always. There's a lot of people who had kids who were telling me their kids were being threatened. Now, was that them trying to skeeze out? Or was that an actual situation? Well, there's enough people that I heard that from for me to believe it, especially being as I've had to endure that for years. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside, get myself something for dinner, think I'm gonna sit in the buggy because I walked too much yesterday, and today I've been trying to stay busy. We did not quite get the chance to call the people that we needed to, which sucks, but hopefully everything that's important, there's a few folks here that'll go and get it so that they have the evidence and so that it can be used to help people. There's a lot of evidence. Evidence of the situations that I've been forced into. Evidence of police corruption and, of course, collaboration. You put those two together, it's actually not collaboration anymore. It becomes conspiracy. Cute word, but we're talking about a different conspiracy than alien conspiracies. Like you've heard of the charged conspiracy to commit murder, right? There's a lot of other stuff that goes into that too. Anyway, I'm gonna go sit on one of their little mini Super Mario Karts and get some stuff that is easy to carry, lightweight. Hopefully in the next few days we'll be able to turn in what needs to be turned in. Well, it won't be in the next few days. It'll take a lot more work than that, but we'll hopefully have the process started. Being caught up in the court system is something that's always dumb. When it comes to protecting people, well, it happens, especially if you're broke. Like 50 years stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and your sister's too, and no victim left behind.